备好了吗？
This awesomely cinematic live-action trailer might look like it's promoting an upcoming PUBG movie, but unfortunately for all you film lovers out there, it's not. This is actually a live-action trailer for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on, wait for it, mobile phones. Yes, you heard me right. PUBG, the game Team Eurogamer plays way too much of, can now be played on Android and iOS devices. Bonkers! Getting to play PUBG on mobile is a bit of a mission though, and that's because currently it's only available to download in China. There are a couple of ways to trick the system so you can play the game in your own region though, and luckily it's not that hard to do. I mean, if I can work out how to get it working on my iPhone 6, well, anyone can. Be warned though, it turns out there are actually 2 official PUBG mobile games available, so it's easy to confuse one for the other. There's this one here, PUBG Army Attack, which is an arcade-style spin on the original concept, and it includes things like naval battles. And then there's PUBG Exhilarating Battlefield. PUBG, as I've decided to call it, comes much closer to recreating the feel of PUBG on the PC, so this is the one that I'll be focusing on in the following video. So without further ado, here are 14 big differences between PUBG PC and PUBG Mobile. First up, there's a load more customization options here compared to the PC build. I mean, just look at all the different outfits you can choose from. Now, I don't speak or read Chinese, but from what I can gather, all these items can be unlocked by buying and opening crates. You just need to earn enough BP to be able to afford them. Because this mobile version is free to play, you'll find a lot of menus like this, where you can claim small amounts of XP and BP for completing certain challenges or leveling up your character. Or at least, I think that's what's happening. I've actually got no idea what any of this says, so I just kept mashing the screen until something shiny happened. That point leads us straight on to another big difference, because in PUBG Mobile, players are now awarded ranks as they level up. As per other games, the more you play, the more XP you'll earn towards leveling up your character. To mark these accomplishments, every time you earn a new rank, you'll be presented with a lovely, sparkly animation like this one. Oh damn, that's a satisfying sound. Get rid of the benches, now it just looks weird. Remember that PUBG stream we did, where Bratters got really angry about the tables in Erengeld's newly updated starting island?
PUBG's like one of the biggest games in the world right now. They could have got rid of the benches. That's really pissed me off.
Well, Bratters, this should cheer you up no end, because in the mobile version of PUBG, the starting island has no tables whatsoever. In place of the tables are a few new containers and boxes to climb up, but apart from that, the basic layout of this location is pretty much identical. From the crashed plane and the underground tunnel system, right through to the military buildings up top. In the PC version of PUBG, multiple starting spawns have been introduced to help ease pressure on the game at the start, but from the few times I've played the mobile version, it looks like the start spawn is still confined to the original island, which is nice for people who fear change.
We fear change.
Up in the skies, you can find a couple more differences. For a start, there's now a little counter next to the plane that shows how many players are left on board. Paying attention to this number can help you judge where the busy areas on the map are going to be. If that number starts falling quickly, it means the concentration of opponents below you will be greater, meaning more chance of a spicy start, and vice versa. Another good use for this counter is estimating how many AFKers there are. The higher the number near the point of automatic ejection, the greater the chance of getting some nice, easy, risk-free kills. And before you say anything, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of AFK farming. They're gonna die anyway, so why not help them on their way and earn yourself a cheeky bit of BP in the process? Another nice little change here is the fact that the in-game map now displays the flight path of the plane. This makes it much easier to select a suitable location to aim for when you jump. Not only that, but the mobile version also tells you in meters how far away your map marker is. This is a great tool for judging when you're at the closest possible point to your chosen landing zone. Just watch that number fall as you get closer to your target location, then as it steadies out and slowly begins to increase, hit the eject button and enjoy your reduced freefall time. So you've hit the ground for the first time and you're running around marvelling at how PUBG can possibly be running on a mobile phone when you suddenly notice that things are a little bit off. It looks like Erangel, but not exactly. You see, to make things work smoothly, some corners have had to be cut around the islands and some things have had to be changed. Newcomers won't spot anything off, of course, but if you've played as much PUBG as I have, you'll notice that all the fences are now gone, that there's no glass in any of the windows, and for some unknown reason, Erangel's lighthouse has completely disappeared. So that's Portland Bill screwed out of a job then, I guess. Also different are the buildings. Whilst most look identical from the outside, you'll find that the interiors are almost completely empty here, save for the occasional sofa or painting. In fact, a lot of the interiors have also been completely remodelled, I presume in order to open them up a bit for easier navigation. Check out this building by the church in Stinky Pachinki, for instance. On the PC build, the front door and the shop front portion are split into separate sections. But here, in the mobile build, you can see the whole thing has been opened up into one large room. I must say, though, I love what they've done with the place. The feng shui must be off the Richter. In fact, I'm pretty sure that'll put the market price up no end. Did you know that I got 6 kills in my first ever match on PUBG Mobile? You probably did because I jumped straight onto Twitter afterwards and started bragging about it. But for me, 6 kills in a match on the PC version is a once-in-a-year occurrence. So how on earth did I manage to pull off such an incredible kill count on PUBG Mobile? Well, my friends, it's all down to the game having auto-aim. It's not too extreme, mind, but it is generous enough to compensate for the unwieldy touchscreen controls. Just start shooting at someone, and if you're aiming close enough, the game will automatically adjust the position of your reticle, often moving it directly over your targets. Also helpful is the fact that people stand still a lot more in PUBG Mobile, mainly because it's a little bit fiddly to run and gun with touchscreen controls. But as you can see here, thanks to auto-aim, even my accursed sausage fingers can rack up a decent kill count. If you haven't already noticed, PUBG Mobile always displays a minimap in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now, obviously, this is a handy little way to ensure you never get yourself lost, as you can tell at a glance what direction you're looking at and what route to follow to get to any map markers you may have placed. Look even closer though, and you'll spot another purpose for this minimap. Those little red icons popping up are actually direction of fire indicators, so you'll be able to quickly pinpoint the exact direction that enemies are shooting at you from. By pushing upwards with your left thumb, you can lock your character into an auto run. Combine this with a press and hold of the eye icon, and you're then able to scan the immediate area using free look as you leg it across open fields. Those aren't technically new things though. What is new is the way that your character will automatically pick up and equip any weapons and items that the game thinks you might need. As you pass over collectible objects, they'll be displayed on screen in either a white box or a yellow box. White box items are optional pickups that you must manually tap to collect. These could be attachments for guns you don't yet have, or maybe some kind of grenade. Yellow box items like powerful guns, high-tier armour and medkits, however, will be grabbed by your character automatically, meaning you don't have to faff around with the tiny menus. All you need to do is stand over any yellow box items you see and your little avatar will schnaffle away to his heart's content. That's not all though, the game will even auto-equip your weapons with any attachments you might find. It is possible to manually adjust these attachments if you're not happy with what the game has given you though. Just tap the backpack icon and then drag and drop whatever item you want to change. Oh, and also, in PUBG Mobile, you can only carry 2 guns at once rather than 3, so you'll often end up discarding pistols completely once you've found 2 higher-powered weapons. Like it or not, chances are high that you're going to die in PUBG. In fact, the chances are pretty much 99 to 1. Dying in PUBG on the PC doesn't always have to be the end though, because you can often either spectate your squad mates or watch a short kill cam to see how your enemies got the better of you. Unfortunately for the mobile version though, none of these things exist. When you're dead, you're dead. Game over, back to the menu, sad trombone noise. Following on from that point, if you're the last person in a squad to die, you'll be shown a brand new stat screen that lets you compare your performance with that of your teammates. It even goes as far as to award MVP to the player on your team what done the best, which in this case was me. Nice. Now, of course, squad matches in PUBG are nothing new, but what is new is the fact that the game now tells you how far away your squad mates are. In the PC version, the only thing you get displayed are the players' names above their approximate location, so it's often easy to misjudge just how far away they are if you're too lazy to bring up the map. Not so in PUBG Mobile though. Here you can see exactly how far away your buddies are, so you'll be able to know at a glance if you need to run and catch them up, or if you can get a cheeky bit of extra looting in before you have to get moving. And finally, at this exact moment in time, PUBG Mobile has been having a lot of connection issues. This is no doubt down to the fact that the game has just been released, and I presume the servers are probably struggling to cope with the influx of new players. I'd know for sure if I could read what those bloody text pop-ups were saying, but I can't, so the best I can offer you is guesswork, and I'm guessing that the servers are shagged. The PC version isn't without its problems, of course, but the connection issues on PUBG Mobile are much more severe than anything I've ever encountered on the original game. Thankfully, you are able to rejoin matches that you've crashed out of, so if you do get booted by a bad connection, you will have a chance to rejoin the battleground. It's not all bad though, I suppose. Sometimes the sloppy connection can lead to comedy moments like this, where I spent the first 30 seconds of a match sliding around on the floor on my belly like a little PUBG penguin. And that's it. Those were 14 big differences that I spotted during my first few goes on PUBG Mobile. I'm actually pretty surprised by how well the mobile version of PUBG runs. There's even some nice extra touches in there that I'd quite like to see added to the PC version, like the distance indicators for map markers and teammates. Most impressive of all though, and I'm sorry if this offends anyone, but the fact is, in my experience, PUBG runs much better on mobile phones than it does on the original Xbox One, which is pretty bloody incredible considering your phone is a tiny little thing that lives in your pocket. Anyway, thanks for watching, do like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and do have a lovely day on the battlegrounds. Goodbye!